I'm from the
Same place as trap music, this that first react music. They can't hold me back, I'm feeling good cause I'm black music. Can't nobody touch.
Happy Sunday, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Cigar Sundays Live, where we define, examine, and analyze words, sayings, and phrases used in American culture. And tonight, we will be smoking on the word jealousy. So grab your thinking caps and get ready to smoke on words with two big nerds, myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, and the God, Ali Dawood L at BKSOLFARM. And we are the Cigarden Panel. Peace, God. How you feeling?
Peace, guy. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Like, you know, it's stormy weather down here, but it's all love. You know what I mean? Like we in it to win it.
Yes, indeed.
How about you? What you got going on?
Man, same thing. Whole lot of rain going on. You know, I got my little this my little solution right here though. You know, if anybody knows what this is, this my little
you already know what I'm talking about, guy.
I'm trying to work through it. You know, y'all go get y'all some of this right here. This is a unpaid you know, that you know what's going on with it. If you got something going on with it, you know,
rain kicking my ass.
If it's rain in the pane, you know, in your window pane. But I'm always blessed as always, God, and thank you for another day, you know, and I'm excited about tonight's show that we got. We got a good smoke for everybody. Before we get into it, y'all, please smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Man, let me see what's going on with this.
What happened?
You're having a little
technology.
Yeah, okay, little glitch in the matrix. Little glitch in the matrix, but that's okay. We back, y'all. So y'all can head on over to www.bksolfarm.com and pick up your copy of 1016-160 Self-Sustainability by that brother right there, the God Ali Dawood L at BKSOLFARM. Link is in the description. Also, y'all don't forget we got same great ribs, next level flavor, ribs on the run 2.0 bold flavor, made to go, real ribs, real flavor, real good, perfect for events, parties. Yes, catering and more at 984-331-6946. Scan the QR code to get in. Ribs on the run 2.0 bold. And then we got DBCHEFTV, y'all. Subscribe on YouTube. We are giving away $100 each and every third Sunday right here on Cigar Sundays Live. And we want you to put your name in the hat and be one of those lucky winners. So subscribe to the channel. Subscribe at DBCHEFTV on YouTube, y'all. And don't forget right now, y'all, we streaming on Kick. Okay. So you can check us out right here on YouTube and you can kick it with us on Kick. So don't forget that. And also don't forget we got merch. And like we always say, if money's tight, it's all right. We're going to still love them if they do what, God? Okay. The God saying smash that like he muted. But that's what we need y'all to do. We need y'all to smash that like button. I promise y'all we're going to get it right. Just rock with us, y'all.
Technology, you know,
it's been a rough week too. I can't cap, man. I'm telling you, it has been a rough week. You know, may not see it on the outside, but we feel it on the inside. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into tonight's smoke and our questions for tonight's smoke. So we got jealousy, y'all. We smoking on the word jealousy. And we got 5 questions. Our first question is, what do you think of when you hear the word jealousy? That's our house question. And then we always go to the definition after that. All right, before we get to the rest of them, but these are the rest of them. Number 2, can jealousy ever be healthy, or is it always destructive? All right. Number 3, is jealousy a natural human emotion, a taught behavior, or a character flaw? 4th, why do people sometimes become jealous of the people they claim to love most? And then 5th and final, last but never least, is the word jealousy bad, good, or misunderstood? And you know what you got to do in order for you to know what we know, or hear what we think, or exchange the insight that we got. You got to stick around to the end of the show in order for you to find out that. Plus, we got some very, very good flavor bombs tonight, y'all. Y'all gonna want to stick around for that. So smash that like button and your comments, exchange your insights in the chat, or in the comments below, depending on when you're watching the show. We're gonna go ahead and get to this first question. What do you think of when you hear the word jealousy? The guy Ali Dawood at BKSOLFARM.
Peace, God.
Peace, God.
So the very first thing I think about is it's the worst form of pocket watching. Like it's
pocket watching. It's
like all pocket watching is jealousy, but it's like the worst form of it, right? I mean that because it makes me think of this saying going around recently. They say if I look in your cup to see if you had enough. You look at my cup to see if I had more than you, right? Like that spirit of you looking back in my cup, not to see if I have enough, but to see if I have more than you. Like that's what I'm saying. Like because both people could be looked at as pocket watches. Like I'm looking to see if you have enough. Like I'm checking your pockets, right?
That's when somebody be like, "You got it, you got it, you got it." Right? That's okay. I'm feeling you guys. I'm just making sure we connecting the dots right. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? It's two income household. You know what I'm saying? You got businesses and whatnot, right? Like it's a worse form because now it's not that they even want what they want or need. They really want to take from you or to make sure that they have more than you, right? Like so that you become their enemy in their mind, right? And now it's like a like now you got an enemy because if you're their enemy in their mind, no matter how much they befriend you.
Yeah, facts, guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any enemies.
You know what I'm saying?
Zero.
That I know about. You know what I'm saying?
I know. My biggest enemy is me.
Facts, right? Like, I also think about that saying, like the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Like, and why the need to say that? And it seems like, well, it doesn't seem like there is a whole campaign of, of marketing, of sales, right? Like, you got to buy stuff, you got to want stuff, new things come out. Your neighbor got this, so you got to want it too, right? Like all the commercials and TV shows and the ads and whatnot, like they're conditioning us to want more than what we necessarily need and necessarily want what I see Pearl got, because what he got is fly. And I don't think he should really have it because I think it'll look better on me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's corny, right? Like
that type of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like instead of getting another color, right, I want the one he got. Right. And I want him to see me wearing it and be mad that he's not wearing it no more. And be, and see his sadness. Right. Like
Well, if it's DBCHEFTV merch, the link is in the description. So or BKSOLFARM merch, look like us. I dare you. I bet you won't. I bet you won't do it.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I've been thinking about. Like that whole grass is greener, right? Like everybody looking over there, and when you think about it, right, it all comes down to the work that the person does to their lawn, and what you do or don't do to yours, right? Um, and for whatever reason, like we make any and every excuse to run from that work. So it's I don't know. I think of a lot. I can go on forever. Like, think about jealousy is like we don't even get into the interpersonal stuff like relationship wise because like that's not even a whole nother thing, but that's like a deep topic too because it come like what's that imposter syndrome where a person don't feel like they worthy or qualified to be in a situation and
But they're there.
and they're 100% there. You know
They're
what I'm
already
saying?
there. You know, that's
100% there.
low
And
self-esteem, insecurity. What is it? Is it
nah, I did, but I mean, I think it's all of that.
with the
But
imposter though? How's it
but
tied to an imposter?
but I'm tying it to the imposter syndromes because now since they don't think they belong, any man that talk to their lady is a threat. Like she might leave him for that guy because he feel like she just waiting for the next one anyway. Right?
Okay.
So it's all lack of
It's a lack.
it's all lack of self-love, lack of self-appreciation, right? I think of
Ooh, yes.
um
Like that one too, that lack of self-appreciation. Yeah, we got that.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah, God, that's what I think of. I think when it all comes down to like it's just um like the worst form of just pocket watching, just not being satisfied with how your pocket's jangling. Or not, because you might have credit cards. It don't make no
You might be working swipes, right?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Might be working
Apple
swipes.
Pay or some shit like that. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, you might touch and go. You might be a touch and go.
You should watch yourself. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you a
saying?
tap to pay type of individual.
You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah,
So instead of just being cool with that, like it's like, all right, what's working for me is not good enough. I need what's working for you, not
I
what
need what you got. I need what you got.
like
I need
literally what you
got.
got. Your
You know,
friends, like your clothes, your car, your house. I don't want to pay none of your bills. I need you to pay those. But I just
that's a tough. Hey, that sounds like a child. And then it sounds like that's the only obligated person that you're supposed to do that for is a child. Like that's it. You live here though. It's all of that comes with I'm doing it, right. But no doubt, God, y'all let us know what y'all think in the chat or the comments, y'all. When what do you think of when you hear the word jealousy? Man, what do I think of when I hear the word jealousy? The guy said pocket watching and lack of self-awareness. First thing come to my mind is weakness. It's just like that's a weakness. And and how I got to that was through weakness. Because like I've never been jealous in my life. Like I can't recall wanting something that somebody else had and thinking like they didn't deserve it, or and I don't know if that's what jealousy means, but I'm thinking that like that's what it is. That's my meaning of it, right? Because we don't know till we go to the definition. But like
sound crazy though.
it do sound crazy, right? But it's like I ain't want nothing because Ali had it, like, and he don't need to have that. I ain't never been impressed by even when we hear in the music, I'm smashing your chick or I'm hitting your girl, things that he was touching on like that. Like that, I never was one of them guys that was just like, oh, I want something that you have. Like I'm not into nobody else's Jimmy wine. Like that's their business. You know what I'm saying? So like, I ain't on that. I ain't that type of guy. You know, I'm handsome. I can get the lady I want. You know, I always have.
Always have.
You know, so when I think of the weakness had came of like when I was getting discharged from the military, and you know, I was learning how my life was going to be afterwards. And I was thinking like, you know, okay, not being able to exchange physical labor for compensation, you know, like that's a big tough, you know, like when you ain't a lazy person, you know. And I had to look at it like, am I jealous because people can work? You know, like, will I be just like, dang, like you can get up and go to work and do all the physical thing. You can run, you know, you can go do these things, and you can, you know, you can move around, and, you know, and that was from a place of weakness. Because I was looking at myself like, damn, like I'm weak now. I can't do certain things, you know. So I had to check myself real quick, because I'm just like, hold up. In the Black community, don't nobody want to work. So how you gonna get jealous of people that's working? At least that's the narrative. Okay. I think it's American culture, because it's more than just some Black folks that's lazy. Okay.
Somewhere.
Right. So, you know, but I'm thinking that to myself, like, you know, like, hey, is that something like you finally got a reason to be jealous of something? And I was like, no, that's stupid, because what you're going to do is you're going to try to manage to your best, you know, to be able to do things that you enjoy, and look at what the positive side of it is that you still have other opportunities. You still have other ways and things to do, to create, like we doing here, you know, that is different from being able to have to get up and go to work every single day. So you have an opportunity to say, you know what, I can try and build something myself and look at my situation and just, you know, and navigate through that. So why be jealous of, why feel, you know, like you jealous of something, you know, because other people are able to do it when you ain't never been on that. So it let me tie back, it let me tap into, you know, the whole, the cultural, that's your girl, this year, or you know, why he got this, or why she got that, and why I ain't got this, you know. It allowed me to tap into that and then tie it to it to say, you ain't never felt like that about nothing, you know. So you can't let something that you perceive as a weakness, you know, take over your mental, to be like, okay, you know, it's going to prevent you from even thinking outside the box. Or like, what can I do? What things can I do? How can I turn this negative, this thing I'm feeling as a negative, or I'm thinking as a negative, into a positive? So I looked at it as, I look at jealousy, all forms of it, as just weakness, you know. And going back to some of them other things coming up, like I never seen young, you know, like I just was talking to my man FBD. I was just talking to him, and you know, he was talking about how we took over the lawnmower game. He was like, I was doing it, he was doing it first, and then once I had started doing it, all of the jits that was my age started doing it, because I like took the lead. You know, I seen him doing it. I was like, hold up, I can get some money too doing that, right? So I just had to figure out what he was charging, and we was laughing about it. He was like, because you undercut me by like $2, you know. So I was stealing some of his clients, and we was talking about that, laughing about it, and we had paused for a minute, because it was like, he wasn't jealous of it. He was telling me like, you know, when I saw you do that, and I saw, you know, he named some of the other jits that grew up with us that was my age doing it. He said I went and got the job at the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, he said I let y'all have that. He's like I let y'all have that because I couldn't do it no more. You know, he was like, now I seen y'all coming up, I gotta move out the way and make way for y'all to be able to get, you know. So that's why I shout out to FDB, man.
Because he could have been a hater.
Yeah, you know, like he could have beat us up. Like we would have been.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He could have beat us up, and then you know that would have been that. And we couldn't have jumped him because then he would have called all of us one. We'd have had to fight him all the time. You know? So, but definitely, I looked at it as weakness. You know, that like that's the biggest thing, that is like it's a weakness, man. Like to be jealous of what, when, you know, when you have people that help you, you have people that if you ask questions, you know, if you put out positive energy, then you should get positive energy back. If you put out some positive energy and you get negative energy back, then you got a decision to make, you know. And that's how I always, you know, carry everything. Like, but the other one was that you said that I agree with too, at the end, that you said lack of self-appreciation.
Yeah.
And I looked at I correlated that to people not being thankful for their successes, for their journey, you know, for their accomplishments in life, for where they came from. Like people not really looking at that. I was here and now I'm here. And it has to look different, you know, if you are progressing. You know, like if you in the same place, then that's where you want to be at. But if you if you go from one place to the next and this place improves and is better, you know, than where you were, like that's where I agree with that self-appreciation, because they're not reflecting on their self and their growth and how their life has been evolving and changing, you know. So people could get caught up in bringing habits from those places to the new place, where it's like, you know, in this place right here, everybody was jealous of each other. Everybody was, you know, like when you talk about that, everybody in struggle mode, right? In survival mode, to be correct. Everybody in survival mode.
Yeah.
And it's just like you may get in a place where, you know, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Like it's, you know,
because they thriving over here,
right? Because everybody, you know, but this place over here, like everybody is still in destitute and just, you know, so it's like the mindset should be different, and that self-appreciation of that growth, like you, whatever team you was part of, whatever collective, you know what I'm saying, or you did it on your own, like it's still an accomplishment. It's still something to be to have some pride in, you know, because you're, you know, you elevating. So I'm like, what is there a reason to be jealous of? Like jealousy shouldn't, in my world, jealousy shouldn't exist in that space. You know, only admiration and inspiration to either go higher or, you know what I'm saying, or thrive in that space. You know, but that's what I think of when I hear the word jealousy. Like the guy was saying, we could go so many places, but maybe we'll end up going there by the time this conversation is over, by the time we're done with tonight's smoke. But let us know, what do you think of when you hear the word jealousy in the chat or in the comment section? And we're gonna go ahead and get to the definition of jealousy. We're gonna go ahead and pull this up, so we can know if all of these things that we've been feeling and these things that we've been saying, it even got some validity to it. Or they just talking, they just analyzing and don't even know nothing about what's going on.
Well, we say what we think, so
Right? It's just the smoke. It's just the smoke. So we got jealousy, y'all. And it's a noun, of course. And we get two right here. We get a jealous disposition, attitude, or feeling.
Mm.
And then we get two zealous vigilance.
Mm.
Okay. Anything, God, anything.
No. How they use the word to describe it, like, because if you click the blue word for, jealous. Oh, okay. So I guess we have to click on jealous because that don't really tell us anything.
We want simple, definite, and unhappy or angry feeling of wanting to have what someone else has.
Oh yeah, that goes along with what we were talking about. So what was the first thing you clicked? Because you clicked simple definition. What was the first thing?
Yeah, this is the simple definition.
Yeah.
Okay. An unhappy or angry feeling caused by the belief that someone you love, such as your husband or wife, likes or is liked by someone else.
That sounds like English.
Okay.
Both of those sound like what we were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like those are just. I got a feeling that weakness will be one of those thesaurus words. Right.
Maybe we're gonna see though. But that's the simple definition. And then we get if we go to jealous, let's go to jealous. Okay, so we got jealous, hostile toward a rival or one believed to enjoy an advantage, envious, an intolerant, a intolerant of rivalry or unfaithfulness, B, tending to suspect rivalry or unfaithfulness, and vigilant in guarding a position.
My. You're looking at my thing. Why? It's mine.
Okay. So then we're going to hit the thesaurus and see how jealousy is given to us in the form of a synonym. So we get jealousy as in resentment, a painful awareness of another's possessions or advantages and a desire to have them too. Resentment, envy, hatred, covetousness. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Ain't that what they said?
Yeah.
That's one of the 10 Commandments, right? Or thy neighbor's wife or anything in it, right? Nothing. Nothing. Not even the grass. You know?
The grass.
Amen. Malice. Well, you gotta help me with that one, God.
Enviousness.
Enviousness. Okay. Enviousness. Animosity. Enmity. Right? Enmity.
Yeah. Enmity.
Enmity. There's no I in there. I put an I in there. Enmity.
When you said it.
Enmity. Okay. Invidiousness, green-eyed monster, spitefulness, ill will, and maliciousness.
You know, it's crazy, like, because the a painful awareness of another's possessions or advantages and a desire to have them too. Like, you really don't want to have a good wife like your neighbor, a nice house or a nice color house like your neighbor, a nice car like your neighbor. You want their wife, their house, their car. Like,
yeah,
like that's crazy.
Yeah, we always say that, you know, that's the saying where I'll be like, they don't want what you got, God. They want to be you.
They want to be you.
You know, they don't want what you got. They just want to be you. Because it's beyond where a person to kill you just for you not to have it.
Man. That's that Selena thing almost. Like a girl wanted to be her.
It's crazy, man. This jealousy is something that people don't often talk about, you know. I don't know how this thing is being socialized now, because hating has become so cool, and you can get so many people to follow, you know, a fool into jealousy, you know, into a lie.
I think that's the problem what you just said right there, because hating has become so cool because it's veiled in this form of trolling, right? Or we just roasting. So it's like just.
I mean, a roast is different, you know. A roast.
Not a roast. I'm talking about roasting, like just like people just want to just talk crap in your chat or in your comments or.
But that's normal. That's cool. They tuned in.
You know,
yeah, that's cool. If people want to talk trash in the chat or
not lie
in the comments, like, yeah, they tuned in. We rocking with that. Like, because I don't take them people home with me. Like, we on the net, you know, like
that's true.
Yeah. So talk down, but say something. You know, say something. Don't sit in the shadows. You know, that's jealousy. Sitting in the shadows, being a hater. Like, I'm gonna watch you. You know, but what you call them, God? Looking ass mofos.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I don't care, because the watch helps. You know what I'm saying? So what Pac say? All eyes on me. Let's keep it thugging. You know, I can do than I would like to do. You know, so that's an advantage. You got your health. You know, don't waste it. All right. So that's where I correlated that. You know, where I felt like that, and it was just like, nah, we don't do that. We're gonna shine regardless. Not a V son. So that's what we doing, and that is the definition of jealousy right there, y'all. So y'all let us know what y'all think about the definition of jealousy, and we are gonna go ahead and get to our second question. Can jealousy ever be healthy, or is it always destructive? Let us know what y'all think in the chat.
Dummy. Right, like,
like, just don't even look at me. Right, God. Like, when you see me cross the street.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't even be no way you think I might be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be awful. So yeah, so I don't see any positives in being jealous at all, right? Like, no matter how you want to play with the words colloquially, or spin the idea or change it to a positive, and or it's really is a form of inspiration or aspiration or is a form of goals. No, like, it's a mind game. Like, it's a whole trick bag, like a thing of quicksand that you just keep wiggling and just keep sinking deeper and deeper and deeper because you don't get it. You just keep on moving, right? Instead of instead of moving for positive and reaching for what's going to get you out of this situation, like, you keep digging yourself further and further and further, reaching to the sides, right? Like, come on, like, we got to do something different. Like, if we're gonna not reach up and out for help, let's reach out and let's get steady and just make ourselves as flat and try to imagine ourselves as still. Maybe that'll work. Right? Let's recognize that this is our new reality and this is our foundation right now, today. Not yesterday, not where I want to be, but what I'm dealing with right now, today. This quicksand, what am I going to do? Do something. right? So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, don't sink.
You know what I'm saying? Like you keep wiggling, like it's gonna be bad, God.
And don't sink your own ship. Like that's, that's a hazard to navigation.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. But definitely, God, y'all let us know. Can jealousy ever be healthy, or is it always destructive? That's the question we answering right now. Yeah, I mean, based on the definition, God, and based on all of our examples that we had given earlier of what we thought of it, like, to me, the only healthy thing was me realizing that, like, you ain't never been jealous, so you don't need to be jealous, of nothing. You need to keep that same energy you've been had, and things gonna be all right for you, young fella. So that's what, that's the only healthy thing that came out of that, was that self-awareness, trying to tap into that, and and then living it, then applying it, then doing the work, not being scared to challenge myself to do it. But all the time it just seemed destructive. It just seemed every situation that you hear, even when we watch stuff on the news and we hear these stories about these different things, and you just can tie something, you just like, that sounds like a jealousy story. That sounds like somebody was jealous in that situation.
Just about all those shootings sound like jealousy. Just all the gang stuff back and forth, what quote unquote gang stuff, whatever that is.
Well, I don't know if it started like that, but how I look at it, I look just specifically on the gangs. The mindset is like, you kill one of my friends, then I'm gonna kill your friends. So, I don't know if the jealousy started that killing spree, but something needs to change in that dynamic, so these young boys, young girls can stop losing their life senselessly over some foolishness, whatever it is, because ain't nothing worth killing each other if they ain't even lived no life yet. And then the way they sentencing everybody out here going to prison, all the, everybody committing crime, thinking crime is cool. I don't know. I wouldn't be jealous of nothing, I'd be jealous of not trying my best to keep myself out of, I'm trying to keep myself out of jail or in a daggone coffin, So that's what I'd be jealous of. And yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think. Can jealousy ever be healthy, or is it always destructive? And let us know, y'all, because some people may have a different perspective, different insight on how they see jealousy. And some people may have never even examined it. Like, am I jealous of anything? Do I want somebody so bad not to have it? Or, what did it say? It said, do I have an unhappy or angry feeling of wanting to have what someone else has? And somebody may say that that's healthy to fuel your hate, maybe. But that can't be healthy to, for you to get, be like Mike.
Nah.
That can't be helping you to be like Mike. So moving to question number 3 tonight, is jealousy a natural human emotion, a taught behavior, or a character flaw? What you think, human emotion, taught behavior, or just a character flaw? Like you just a jealous mofo. You gonna be jealous of people because you just hate yourself that bad. You gonna be
I think that is a character flaw that is taught. Right. I think, again, I'm gonna go back to hating by way of trolling. and the roasting of and the trolls. That's all. Because the people that's trolling, like really, they be trying to roast like they roast like that. Like it's different at a comedian's roast, or when friends roast each other. But when somebody's just trying to just say stuff just to be disruptive, to troll, just to. That's what I'm saying. Like it's.
So you mean like, so for an example, if like right now we on chat, somebody put in the comment sections like, y'all whack, y'all lame, y'all this, that, and third.
Nah, somebody put in the chat, they start talking about some vampires or something like that.
Or having a whole conversation.
Yeah, like it is like, and now like
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like calling us whack is interaction, right? Like
I mean, I'm like, they in the chat talking about vampires. You in there? Yeah, you in there? You know, I take them how we can get them, God. You know, you know. The church said, "Come as you are." You know, that's what we talking about.
All right, but like, you know what? And you're right. So this is dual brain side, right? Because on one side, I 100% agree. That's all interaction. Because I was thinking, like, imagine, because what really happens in other chat rooms or whatever, those distractors are so good at their job that they get the rest of the chat talking about vampires. And that's
yeah, they do.
Right. And they really don't care about the subject or if anybody gets a benefit from what's going on. Right. And that hate is encouraged, that trolling is encouraged, and it's a lot of those people get paid to do these things, you know, by other platforms, right? Like people have moderators that they actually pay to go in.
Send your mods over there. I ain't gonna lie, I heard that too though. I got a couple people I follow and they do that. Be like, go over there and getting their chat and spam them.
Go over there and getting their chat spam.
And then they be having people over there reporting stuff back. It's pretty cool how they got that following in that community like that.
Awesome. That's awesome.
You know.
But that's what I'm thinking, man. Like I think that it's a character flaw. And somehow, like, if it's, you know, it became marketed well enough to where the Karens don't see what they're doing as being jealous of your happiness, right? Like they don't see themselves as interfering with you. The people walking up and talking about, can I touch your hair, to the sisters. They don't see themselves as interfering and disrupting your happiness and disrupting your whole aura and your whole vibe, your chi, whatever you got going on, right? Like they just want it so much that they gotta touch it, they gotta grab it, they want to tug on it, right?
They want to pet you.
They want to pet you. But they want to pet you so much that they want to shear you because it's gonna grow back, right? Because they want to, you know, they want to take you home. They want to keep you around so they can keep petting you. That's crazy. That's what I think is a character flaw that has been marketed well to where now it's taught and encouraged. Right, and it looks like it's human nature because so many people are, or they say hurt people. So many people feeling so down on themselves that they looking for other people that they can stand on, so they can be a little higher.
Definitely, God, definitely. Right now, y'all, we talking about question number 3: is jealousy a natural human emotion, a taught behavior, or a character flaw? Let us know in the comment section, y'all, in the chat too. Let us know. Man, I agree with what you said, God, that, you know, that it is a character flaw, because people gonna be a judge. We have this thing called a judgment of character, right? Even don't be mad at us, all right?
We didn't make it up.
Rest in peace to Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King said he wanted a man to be judged on the content of his character, right? Then he said judged. So who is that by? That ain't just by the courts. All right. That's by your peers.
Yeah.
That's by your family. That's by associates, accomplices.
And I kind of feel like he was talking about regular people mostly anyway, and not
right. So that's why I'm like, yes, character flaw. Absolutely. I'm going to judge it as one. Because I would like to find somebody who could tell me, one of my friends, people that I've known for years, something that I did that they thought that I was jealous. I would like to know. We still alive. You know what I'm saying? I can apologize, and have a mature conversation about it, because I don't know. But I do think that it's taught. And like you said, the media and everything, with the socialization, the internet, and the hate culture, I have a different perspective on the trolls,
Hate culture, I like that.
But to me, the hating culture, because see, like when we say trolls, like I think of like Charleston White was trolling, I think of like that was his, he was speaking saying like, like I do community work, I do this type of stuff, but nobody cared about those things when I was speaking about that. But as soon as I got very belligerent and disrespectful, everybody started watching, everybody started gravitating. So it show you what frequency the people really on versus, calling each other by our names, or being respectful. Like it's a tug of war. Okay. Or we just might be some old people, just like it might be that. It might be y'all was listening to, I remember coming up and it was y'all listening to that boogity boom, bebop. That ain't even real music. I done heard that, so it's like sometimes I get in a mix where I'm just like, dang, I don't want to seem like that ain't real music, but gotta be honest, like growing up during the invention of hip hop,
we was kind of there, right?
Yeah, I kind of think I'm a good judge of some garbage or some trash in that,
Like, I don't want to hear that.
Or something that's gonna be cool, something that's gonna be cool, where it's like I can play this at the cookout and everything,
Correct.
But yeah, I do think that it's taught behavior because of that, and it's perpetuated. The narratives are perpetuated because, I mean, let's be honest, that's what sells.
Yeah.
So so people looking at that from that perspective, but it continues. It just continues, and then now it's accepted as normal human behavior, and it's in a group of people. It's just the haters. Right? So now we get to assign it to a group of people. It's just the haters. It's not the people who cool, who ain't hating.
Because to your point, I wouldn't call a Charleston White a troll either. I wouldn't. I would call the people that listen to him and take his talking points and just go around spouting his stuff just to be argumentative trolls, right? Like, because they not talking the positive stuff. They're not going to do the community work. They're not going to the prisons and doing any of the stuff that he is still currently doing while he's getting his views and stuff up.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Right. He said he wanted to do comedy. So that's where. I think
he do that though, don't he?
Yeah, and he do shows. But I think bro had a residency in Vegas or something. Like, I ain't putting on for C-Dub, but I'm just saying, like, when I see a player come up and I hear him talk, I hear two things coming out of his mouth. I hear him saying something, but I'm listening to what he's saying. It's a difference, you know. So when I see that, I'm just like, oh man, he parlayed that whole situation into now people will come out and pay him. It'll be evening, you know, and he getting to do what he manifested, what he tried to do. You know, it wasn't jealous of nobody. He was just like, damn, I ain't gonna get nowhere if I keep doing this the way I'm trying to do it. So I need to do this. And he did the thing.
Yeah.
You know. So the thing to do is if you appreciate, if you value people working for something and putting effort into it, that's the only way. You're gonna have to be a person that's not jealous of somebody doing the work to get to where they want to be at. You know, you gotta love to see winners, even if you don't know what it looked like, even if you ain't paying attention to the fact that what you looking at, you don't know what you looking at. You know, I look and I see like, okay, he winning because he doing it at some. He's gonna have some. He has some professional goal or objective. He gonna accomplish it. And then when he revealed it, it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Now that's what he doing. You know, but it wasn't for. I ain't jump on the bandwagon like everybody else. Like, man, he gonna get killed and he gonna get there. I'm like, that sounds like jealousy. Why y'all wishing death on that man? And y'all talk to each other the same way. Y'all talk to each other casually in the crib. Y'all talk to each other like that. You know, like that ain't the type of conversation going on with me and wifey at the crib, or nobody, not even my guests.
Hell no, they gotta go.
Yeah, we don't use language like that. Get your mouth washed out with soap. So y'all let us know in the comment section or the chat. Is jealousy a natural human emotion, a taught behavior, or a character flaw? Moving to question number 4. Why do people sometimes become jealous of the people they claim to love most?
Laziness. You know, the people that you love most probably are a resource for you, right? And they are probably resourceful, got their stuff together, right? And they right there, right? And they are workers. They are working. That's why you love them, because they are a resource for you. You can always go tap them, and the well is gonna.
They got what you want.
every time, right? And it's just easy. They ain't gotta go nowhere. Like, they can just find ways to. What you mean? You ain't got no extra money this paycheck. What you mean? You can't let me. You can't buy me a new dress or a new outfit or these Chris Brown tickets or whatever. Right? Or Beyonce tickets, or what you mean? Like, you got it, right? Like, it's just laziness, right? It's just laziness to not do the work at all, not do any work, not even enough work to go outside the household, to go outside their own circle and hate on somebody else. Right? They only are willing to look at the people around them that actually love them. Right? And choose not to love them back.
And choose not to love them back. Mm-hmm.
I think it's just laziness, God. Like, it's just a total disdain for real effort. And yeah, just that's what I think it is. Just be perfectly fine as long as you're willing to supply. right? But the moment you, the supplier, starts wanting more and better for them than they want for themselves, right? You're requiring them to do work. You're requiring them to do some effort to the level that to your expectations. And now it's like, hold on. You are my resource. You trying to get me to be my own resource? I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. Why can't you just keep doing it? Like, you supposed to be, I'm supposed to keep tapping you. That's what I just think.
Till you tap out. No, don't tap me. Just tap out.
I just think it's laziness, guy. Like, it's just, I just don't know anything besides that.
No doubt. For sure. We are answering question number 4 right now, y'all. We are smoking on jealousy tonight. Please smash that like button if you're in the building. Why do people sometimes become jealous of the people they claim to love most? Man, that's a tough one, God. I mean, I'm rocking with the laziness, because it seemed like that's the pill right there. Like, just like I understand the laziness dynamic of it without having to dissect it, without even having to take the pill. I can look at it and be like, that's a lazy pill. You don't want to take that. It's a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot of dangerous side effects for that damn lazy pill. Okay. But yeah, guy. But I do have like a little story, like to jot back. So, like, as kids, I remember like around Christmas time, it was always like, you have friends and they got different stuff. And this one of the things that, like, I thank my mom for, I thank Nana V for, because I had some friends that used to get a lot of stuff for Christmas. Like, every Christmas they'd get a lot of stuff. But they had a 2-parent household. So it's a difference when you got 2 incomes in there and they can get stuff. And and then that ain't always the case, just for them specifically, But I think I wanted a Nintendo or something like that. And I was like, so-and-so getting a Nintendo. And Nana V said, you don't have to have everything that everybody else has. And that always stuck with me my whole life. And it wasn't because I couldn't get a Nintendo, because I got a Nintendo. But it was that lesson of just like, just because you see somebody else with it don't mean you gotta have it. And those friends of mine, they were like brothers to me, because as a kid I had, different friends, my mother's friends, and they had sons and stuff. You know how people do when you got kids and stuff, you hang with them. So, like, they was always like brothers to me. And then I look at my cousins, all my cousins, like we all in the house together, because whenever life was cold, grandma and granddaddy always had, some coal for the fire. So I look at like all of us being in the house and stuff, like we shared everything. Like, you had to share. Like, if you didn't share, you was a sucker for not sharing. So that's how it was taught. So it's like you couldn't be jealous of your own brother or your own sister, or your own, like, And then like with my sister, you know, I got a few siblings, but you know, I helped raise the baby of it, right? So when I look at that, it's like I've always wanted her to have way more than me, you know? Like I could never look at something and be like, oh, you got this, or you got like I couldn't even, you know, it's like I should shoot myself if I ever felt like that. You know, figuratively, y'all, we ain't, you know, Jesus said you can't do that. But you know, but I think about that because I'm just like, you know, why would people do that? Why does, you know, we know the Cain kill Abel thing and the jealousy, you know, like that popped it off. So like that, did that make it okay?
That made it,
You
that
know,
made it exist.
all right. So that's the existence, but you know, but then it's like, well, if he did, it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, right? Like people just misusing it. You
That's the
know,
problem, God. They're just misusing
they
it.
just misusing it. I'm like, wow. But you know, but we couldn't, you know, we couldn't do that. So it's hard for me to wrap my mind around, you know, what would possess a person to be jealous of their brother, you know, of somebody who would give you half of what they got, you know, or a quarter of it and be like, look, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole, I can give you a quarter, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep a quarter, but we gotta sell this other half though, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we can keep it coming because I don't know, you might mess your money, you might fumble your pack. So, you know, I need to make sure we good. Um, but you ain't gotta give me no money. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have that so you can have some money so you can be on your feet, you know? Um, so I don't understand like even from that dynamic to, you know, from, you know, we got two pieces of bread in the bag in the ice box, you know, and it's just like it's four of us, right? And everybody wants some cinnamon toast or the butter with the sugar on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, everybody get a little piece. We're gonna cut it in fours. Man. You know, you muted, God.
No, I'm saying that's all we can really do is cut it up.
Yeah, like it ain't enough for everybody to get one slice so we ain't eating. It's like, what? Now we gonna break down. Like, you know, and then we gonna stand there, you and somebody gonna eat slow, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Make it last forever.
Somebody gonna eat slow and sing, somebody gonna hold theirs. Why you ain't eating yours? And blah blah blah. Like, man,
Yeah.
let me get a bite off that, you know. So, you know, I just don't know, you know, why there would be any reason, you know, behind, you know, people claiming to be jealous. People get jealous over, you know, the people that they claim to love the most. Like that is uncharacteristic of loving somebody, you know. And even when it comes to other people, it's just like if you ask them what's going on, like they can inform you, you know, like don't be afraid to ask questions because that's how you learn. Don't be afraid. That's called research. You got to do research, you know. It don't have to be because I see you with it and I don't have it, you know, now I need to be all of these side effects of that jealousy pill. You know, it's just not a good prescription in social interaction. So y'all let us know why y'all think, you know, people sometimes become jealous of the people they claim to love the most. Or if it's even a thing. Do we not see that happen? I can't say we don't see that happen. We see that happening all the time. You know, we see it happen all the time. Just look at all the crime and look at all the Look at the headlines of the crime. Some of these family situations, some of this stuff be so wild that you know, you just be like, man, doing that to your own brother, your own sister. You know, who raised y'all? You know, that's the question I ask God. Who raised who the what is it? WTF raised you?
You know, it's crazy because you bring up an interesting point, like, because I got this thing that the biblical narrative, the Cain and Abel, it kind of does, for me, like in my mind, it kind of does justify people's behaviors, right? It allows for it to exist, because they quote unquote supposed to be the first people. So it goes so far back that instead of being looked at as just a character flaw, like he was just tripping, had a bad day, or whatever the reason was, right? It was straight jealousy, and I don't know, but I think that story, because so many people take it to heart, and it's not just the greatest story ever told. It's actually people who embody it. That people do get jealous of their brothers.
And it does, unfortunately, end up in death like that.
And they say, sorry, mama.
But sorry won't bring them back.
Nah.
Because death is final. But let's go ahead and jump into these flavor bombs, y'all. We're gonna get back to jealousy. You know, we're gonna go ahead and jump into these flavor bombs, y'all. But please go ahead and smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live, right here with the Cigarden Panel. Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV and the God Ali Dawudale at BKSOLFARM. Let's get into the flavor bombs. Flavor bombs presented to you by DBCHEFTV. So first, y'all, we got Sean Diddy, Puff Daddy, and take that Combs gets a new release date after his prison fight. Everybody know that, you know, he's been put in segregation, just standard policy when you get into a fight in prison, I've heard. So we're gonna go check that out. Then we're gonna head to the west side, y'all. We heading to LA, because LA community figure Big U is facing new charges in RICO case. So we're gonna go and check that out, see what's going on with that. And then we got rap legend Tupac, rest in peace. His murder trial suspect, Keefy D, says that he lied and he's innocent. So we're gonna go and find out what that's about, because it's been a long time, man, with this Tupac trial, like that they're finally, you know, taking it to court. Like, this is decades. Is it almost 30 years since Tupac was killed in Vegas? Like 96 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So over 30 years. Wow. Or just that, I don't know. My math. I'm not mathing right now, y'all, but let's go ahead and jump into this.
7 days since Diddy was reportedly thrown into solitary after allegedly choking a fellow prisoner, his release date has been moved up for the 4th time. The new date, January 24th, 2028, shaves a month off his sentence.
It could be that an internal investigation showed that maybe he wasn't necessarily completely at fault. If he's getting a break, it's because he followed the rules. If there's one instance where he didn't, that wouldn't necessarily cancel out all the rest.
Diddy's team didn't respond to ET for comment, but we spoke exclusively to his twins, Jesse and Delilah, just 2 weeks ago.
Is his spirit still up? Is he?
Yes, he's been very
of course.
focused, you know, like being a better person for his family.
Federal prosecutors say this.
Yeah. So that's Diddy right there. Coming home early.
January 28th.
Seems like that fight worked out in his favor.
A month.
You know, he got a month knocked off. Maybe when he come out of solitary, he'd go punch somebody else. Maybe he can fight his way to freedom. Man, that might be the new way to fight your way to freedom. I don't know. Maybe for Diddy. I don't know how it's gonna work out for other inmates, but you know, we just having some fun with it. It's crazy, but
that's crazy.
But Diddy will be released, man, and yeah, we are anticipating his arrival. I guess everybody. It's so crazy. He's one of the most followed people behind the wall, like celebrities behind the wall. You know, it's so crazy because everything that happens to him, it gets you know, we get some news about it. And I'm sure some people who have been way more gangster than Diddy, but don't get the same type of, you know, press releases when anything happens to them. So it's unique to watch. But we're gonna check it out. Let's head out to LA, see what's going on with Big U.
This was a plot hatched from inside jail, where they say Henley was trying to pay other inmates to go after and attack a key witness. This allegedly happened last month while Henley was awaiting trial on conspiracy, racketeering, and fraud charges. This is Eugene Henley Jr. in a sketch from one of his initial appearances in federal court after he was arrested last year. Part of the initial case accused him of diverting public and donor money from his gang intervention programs and enriching himself. The feds say while he carried himself as a reformed gang leader working to prevent violence, in reality, he was still a shot caller on the streets, running a large criminal organization.
Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization that utilized Mr. Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Crips criminal street gang and other gangs here in Los Angeles to intimidate businesses and individuals in our communities.
Now, 17 months after that arrest, the feds have brought new charges, alleging that Henley hatched a plot from behind bars to take out a witness against him. A superseding indictment unsealed today says on June 10th, last month, Henley offered to pay 2 inmates to kill or harm victim 1 in order to prevent that person from testifying. There are other new charges that allege Henley was involved.
That's crazy. So them 2 guys, they have to be cooperating, right?
Clearly. To get time off, they sent this problem.
Right. Because they didn't do it, but they act like they was gonna do it. They went through it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
In moving women across state lines for prostitution in 2022 and 2023, and that he filed a fraudulent application for a COVID-19 disaster loan. Henley's organizations received millions of dollars in public money to run anti-gang programs in South Los Angeles, much of it funneled through the mayor's office and its gang reduction and youth development program. Henley's defense lawyer says his client maintains his innocence and plans to fight all of these charges in court.
Yeah, that's his only option. He don't have no other option but to fight that stuff in court. I don't know.
But I hope none of that stuff is true.
So
like that shit is crazy, God. Like,
so the PPP loans, they gonna, you know, they still processing people for PPP loans like that.
Till this day, son.
Okay. Okay, so he's definitely gonna get hit with that.
Oh, that's
because they can already prove it, you know, or they wouldn't even be talking about we gonna put this on the thing because PPP loans is one of them things that like if they coming for you, they got you all right. So he definitely gonna get some time for that. Then the cross-state human trafficking thing, man, that right there, I don't know if that's the cook. That's the one that might cook him. With all his prize and everything. And then he got the attempted M for hire.
Yeah.
You know, and they saying, so that's a double cook. That's, you know, out of the frying pan into the fryer. It's not looking good for Big U.
No.
It's not looking good for Big U at all, man. But we'll see what happens at trial. We will see what happens at trial. Because I know people gonna follow that. That's gonna be a big story because that's a big case coming out of the West Side. But another case that we got, Vegas, the Tupac. Let's go check out what's going on with Pac.
The trial surrounding the murder of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago is just days away. We were given the rare opportunity to sit down with the man at the center of it all, Dwayne "Keefy D" Davis, face to face while he waits here in jail. Did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the matter. I wasn't in the matter, period.
Do you regret the book and the interview?
Yeah, I was just after the money, and they said I was covered. I did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And
this is crazy right here. You know why, God? Because I don't know if you up on the whole backstory with this thing, with this situation. But like Keefy D was saying, he was in the car with his nephew the night that Tupac was killed.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's saying he wasn't even in Nevada
at all.
That's crazy. Okay, then he just said that he didn't even write the book. And you know, people was telling him what to say. Now, if he got somebody to corroborate that's, you know, then that helps significantly.
He just become another rapper.
But I don't know, can they place him there on the, you know, 30 years ago? That's a long time. Can they place him?
I think if he did write a book saying he did it, even if he was playing, I think that his playing should get him all that real time. Like if you're gonna say I'm the guy that did this thing just for the clout, then
take what come with it, right?
Take everything that come with it, and at the end of the day, if you got to go behind the bars because you said you was the one that killed Tupac, then you kind of got to earn that. And I'm looking at him talking to this lady. I'm like, I don't know if that does anything for me personally. As if there was a retrial or a trial, I'm not sure where this is at. But as a potential juror, I don't see myself letting this guy go. I think
you biased. You ain't getting picked for jury, dude. You got him guilty already.
He wrote a book, guy. Like, come on, man. Like, at the very least, like he wrote a book like that.
You wanted to front like that's what type of time you was on, so take time, right?
Like, done, son. Like, or put in the book, in the pages somewhere. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I've been lying, and have people, you know, read past all that and think you really a killer, and then be like, nah, go to page 35, third chapter or third paragraph, and see, I wrote in the book, I'm just playing. Right?
Psych.
Psych. You know what I'm saying?
Right in the back. They going to the glossary. They looking for like
short of that. I think you gotta sit and do this time.
Yeah, it may be the case. Let's finish this out there. You said some key things though.
did anyone tell you maybe it's not a good idea to do that because they might arrest you after they hear you say that or read it in your book? Like, did anyone close to you say, not a good idea?
That was the ghostwriters. I didn't write that book. I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. Just read the book. You know I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? And the black thing,
Did he just say though? Did he just come in? Like, I know he's fighting for his life, but he just said, "Man, I'm too dumb to write the book about some Winston Churchill or some."
That's what it sounds like, cause he's like, just read the book. You can tell I ain't write that. Like, I don't know this. Like, who knows this guy? Like, we just supposed to again take the assumption that you just said I'm too dumb to know anything about anything, cause I'm dumb. I'm just a dumb.
Okay. KVD, DDD.
The lady, she gave me $150,000.
But then when I was watching the interview this week, and the way you sort of go through it by play, like then this happened, it's very believable.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script. It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
When you were talking in this interview about Tupac's murder, and when you were doing this book, were you considering maybe his family at all?
No, I just did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm an innocent man. And they said, yeah, crib. I haven't been around that stuff since like 89. I stopped that stuff, pulled up my pants. I'm not no leader or Crips or none of that stuff. That's wrong. They just try to make their case look good or something. He's a leader of the Crips. He's way up there in the Crips. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He said, no, I'm not. I'm not the leader of the Crips.
Crazy.
There's no color line. I'm messing with Bloods, Crips, everybody.
Now see, that right there, as a juror, this is why I'm rocking with you, God, because because I would have said I don't deal with anybody affiliated with any gang activity. I'm a regular human being, a citizen, and I don't mess with no Bloods. I don't mess with no Crips. If you gang banging, stay away from me. I don't do none of that. Now, people who may have been gang banging and have changed their life like I have, then now that's who I might deal with them, because we was friends. We have something in common. We survived struggle. Right, but Keefe D got to be the dumbest. His attorneys is horrible for letting him do this interview and letting this even get aired, because this seemed like almost for show, for certain. Yeah, he gonna blow trial. I think I'm using that right. Y'all let me know if I'm saying it right. I mean, he gonna get hit with the whole kitchen sink, everything they got for him, he gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just the leader of the Crips. I helped him get that record company together. You know what I'm saying? And why would I kill the guy that's making us the most money? You know,
that's wild. Did Suge Knight ever had you on payroll? How was he making us the most money? I ain't never heard no stories about Suge Knight having Keefe D on payroll.
Never even heard of this cat before until he said he killed Tupac.
That's crazy, man. He just playing himself. Man, his attorneys is no bueno.
That's a rapper back then. Why would I kill our money like that? It don't make sense. So I'm not going to tell you that I didn't do it. So.
Has the DA's office offered you any plea deals, and would you consider a plea deal?
I'm not going to take no plea deal because I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 63. I had a cancer battle, and I got 3 stents to my heart. And the average American like 70.
What'd you say, God?
You about to die in prison.
That's what I'm thinking.
4 years old, 10 years, I'm dead. So, well, I don't like taking a deal. You know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something 10 and 25. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take a deal like that. And I have, especially after I hadn't done nothing. I'm an innocent man.
How concerned are you that you'll be convicted after this trial and you won't get to spend your final years with your family?
Yeah, I think the Ninth Circuit Court is going to let me go. I think they're going to let me go because it's not right. I'm going to be all right, though, because God upstairs, he got me. He know I am this. Yeah, and I hate I put my family in jeopardy like this. So that's one regret I have.
Jury selection is scheduled for August 10th.
Yep, jury selection is set for August 10th. And, you know, I don't know.
Yo, God, I ain't read the book. I ain't buy the book. I don't know. But I'm saying if there's a book saying I killed Tupac, I'm thinking he's done.com. I think every person in the world like, yo, you got a book saying you did it.
I mean, OJ did the book. What if I did it, right?
Totally different.
But he had already got acquitted. He already went to trial,
and he got off and everything, right? Like,
yeah. So I don't know, man. That wasn't too bright. Like that just wasn't bright. Like I don't think any of Keefe D moves was bright. You know, looking at this where he at now. He, you know, the brother's 63 years old, and he just like he's. I mean, even if, you know, I know you play the sad face for the judge and all that. I understand how that go. You know, he a seasoned vet, being in and out of jail and in and out of prison, dealing with the law and all that, the court system, his whole life. Mm-hmm. So I believe that there's a genuine fear that he don't want to die in prison. I think that is very sincere. You know, whether to his actions to do with the Pac involvement with Pac's death, I don't know. You know, I don't know about that. But why would you write a book?
Saying you did it.
Why would you say this whole time, dude? Why would you even take the money for the interviews? Like, yeah, I was in the car with my nephew, he reached over me, and like that's the whole story that, you know, that he said. So if somebody else wrote that for you to say, then you need to tell on those people. If you serious about like to validate that, then you're gonna have to tell on who wrote that book, who paid you, you know, like, and they're gonna have to come forward and be like, and validate that and say, yeah, like we wrote this, it was a whole script or whatever, you know, we was just going off the narrative because he was the closest thing to it, and we made $4 million. We gave him 300,000, you know, like expose the robbery, right? If that's what it was, if you know, because clearly you getting robbed out your life right now. Because even he said Vlad gave him 150 for an interview when he went up there and popped that same talk. Like I was, you know, whoop-de-woo. But the other part is like you took that money. So, you know,
over and over and over again, every time.
Over and over again, right?
You said you did it every single time, every time you got paid.
Right. And shout out to Vlad, because Vlad ain't catching no flack for giving Keefe D 150, but I guess Boosie ain't want that smoke. So, you know, I'm trolling. No, I'm just joking, you know. But yeah, because that was a big story how Bootsy and Vlad fell out because of how much Vlad was paying his guests to be on the platform. But Keefe D got 150.
That's crazy.
He got 150 for coming up there.
And he might be a lot.
And it over a lie, a whole lot. So he just finessed the whole game, wrote the fake book, even got glad to come up off, you know, 150 piece. All for perpetrating fake in the front, all for clout. Internet is a crazy place. But
you've just been Flavor Bomb, and now back to our show.
Yeah, y'all. So please smash that like button, y'all. We have been smoking on jealousy tonight, and we are at our fifth and final, last but never least, question: is the word jealousy bad, good, or misunderstood? The God Ali Dawood at BKSOLFARM.
Flat out, jealousy is bad. But I do think it's also misunderstood, right? I think people like the wiggle and try to justify their BS and call their green-eyed monster something different so that they can keep doing it. So yeah, I think it's terrible based off the definition, based off what you and I thought about it in the first place. It's terrible. The definition confirmed it. The thesaurus doubled down. You know what I'm saying? Reaffirmed. But I do think that people find a way to try to justify their actions so that their jealousy can be called something else. Right? So that's what makes it misunderstood for me, because they're allowed to play with the word.
Yeah. No doubt, God. So bad and misunderstood, and I'm gonna rock with you on. I'm just gonna go with the bad, just all bad. You know, all bad. I think some people purposely know what they're doing. You know, when we talk about that hater culture that is accepted. You know, I think people antagonize, instigate, you know, will lie, try to manipulate, you know, for whatever they think they're gonna gain.
And real quick, God, and you saying that's not trolling, the antagonizing, all that stuff, that's not trolling is something different than that.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm using the wrong word then. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm saying like somebody can antagonize you into a reaction, right? Like trolling. Like trolling is antagonization too, right? But
if it's not meant for the same purpose as like some jealousy type thing, then I'm using it incorrectly.
Right. Yeah. That's all. Just in relative to like being online.
Yeah.
And the instances that we correlated it to, you know. So like those things, if it's just a person trolling, I'm just like, hey, we online, you know, we want people to say something.
Say something.
Say something. I double dare you to at least say something in the comments. Hit the like button. Share something. Come back. You know
what I'm saying? Tell a friend.
Yeah. Tell a friend. All that, you know. But definitely jealousy is bad. You know, I just don't see any good in it. And I don't see like how a person conducts themselves in a jealous manner, not intentionally.
I accidentally became jealous of you, God. It's not my fault.
Like how? You know, because that wasn't even a conversation you were supposed to have with me. Like, am I supposed to say, Ali, I'm starting to feel jealous of you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
do we fight? Do we fight after that? Like, what happens after you say that?
That's where like I'm about to get as far away from you as I can.
Yeah, like what?
Within my limit, within my ability to distance myself from you. That's what I'm going to do. That's the mode that I'm going to stay in.
As opposed to saying like, yo, man, you inspire me, bro. Like, man, the things you doing, and that'll make you get closer. I'll probably grab you.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's allowing me. That's making me start teaching you before you even asking what it is you're trying to be taught of it. You know what parts of it of the admiration is. Okay, well, let me show you this. Well, let me show you this. Let me show you that. Let me show you this. Whatever, you know, I'm pouring the cup. You know,
exactly.
So it's like, you know, but yeah, y'all. That's what the Cigarden Panel thinks. The word jealousy. Asking our fifth and final question: is the word jealousy bad, good, or misunderstood? We got 2 bad, and we got 1 misunderstood. But for surely, jealousy ain't good. And we had 5 questions tonight. What do you think of when you hear the word jealousy? Number 2, can jealousy ever be healthy, or is it always destructive? 3, is jealousy a natural human emotion, a taught behavior, or a character flaw? Number 4, why do people sometimes become jealous of the people they claim to love most? And our 5th and final question: is the word jealousy bad, good, or misunderstood? Please let us know in the comment section below. We always respond to each and every comment. And we hope y'all enjoyed our show tonight. We were smoking on jealousy, and like we always say, we are not the gurus. If you find something that you like, pick it up, have a smoke. If not, leave it in the ashtray for somebody else to come through and pick it up and have for themselves. We want everybody to have a peaceful, positive, and productive start to your week. And it's Leo season, right? Ain't it Leo season? So that should, yeah, we in August right now. Yeah. So, you know, people should be brave, like the lion, Wizard of Oz. You know,
maybe not like that guy. If I only had a heart.
Go all the way Mufasa. You know. But definitely, y'all, we want to thank everybody for pulling up and rocking out with us tonight. Please make sure to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always with the guy Ali Dawood L at BKSOLFARM, and we are the Cigarden Panel. Until next time. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
BKSOLFARM.com, 1016-160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right?
Brunch with the fellas at Brunch Fellas. Bo's Podcast. Bo's on the Table. TVK Podcast. The Veteran Kettle. TLS Podcast. The Love Speak. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at DBCHEFTV.com.